Which one of these items do you think is worth more? The kilogram of gold or the penny that I'm holding between my two fingers? Okay, the obvious answer for you would likely be the kilogram of gold, especially if you've been watching these videos. A kilogram of gold is $43,000 on the market today. That's how much this metal is worth. How much is the penny worth? Well, the penny is worth 1 cent, or so you might think, because that's the denomination, but it's also made out of something. It's made out of metal. What metal is this penny made out of? Do you know? Think for a second. If you said copper, well, let's assume that's the case. It is supposed to be a copper penny. That's the color, okay? So pennies are notorious for being made out of copper. Copper is an ancient metal, just like gold. It always has a value. What's the value of copper? Well, copper is valued per pound. The scrap price of copper right now is $2.45 per pound. $2.45. That's 245 of these pennies. 245 of these pennies will scrap, okay? Well, for a different value, right? So let's think about that for a second. So each penny doesn't weigh a gram. Each penny weighs 3.11 grams. So 3.11 grams times 245 pennies would equal 762.95 grams, okay? So 762.95 grams. How much does a pound weigh? Well, a pound is 453.5 grams. So 245 pennies, or $2.45, will be 1.68 pounds of copper. Copper, which is scrapping for $2.45 per pound. Okay, so let me help you do this one more time for those people that didn't catch what I'm saying. Let's weigh this penny real quick. All right, we're not looking at the denomination that says 1 cent. All right, you look at that if that's what you're interested in, but I'm looking at this. 3.1 grams. The total weight is 3.11 grams, okay? 3.11 grams. Copper is scrapping at $2.45 at 245 pennies. 245 pennies times 3.11 grams is 762 grams, divided by 453.5 grams is going to equal to 1.68 pounds. 1.68 pounds of copper is scrapping at $4.12. Okay, now you have, so if you got together 245 pennies, you'd spend $2.45 on it, okay? You got 245 pennies. You'd be able to scrap those pennies for $4.12. You take those $4.12 and you cash them into pennies. You scrap that, and you're going to be able to move on to $6.92. You're going to be able to scrap that, and you're going to have $11.62. You convert that to pennies, and you scrap it again, you're going to be able to increase. The rough increase of scrapping pennies that are made out of copper is 67% every time you do it. Okay, so if you repeat that process, the process goes from $2.45 pennies, right? $2.45. That's 245 pennies. You scrap those, you're going to get $4.12. You make that into 412 pennies. You scrap that, you're going to get $6.92. You scrap that, you're going to be $11.62. You can figure out the math on your own. This math that I'm explaining to you now is very important. When I built this jewelry business, and in the jewelry business or in any business, you would be able to make these calculations. So you get a 67% increase every time. You repeat that process about 16 times. You're going to be able to buy this kilogram of gold with a couple of $1,000s to spare from a penny. Okay? Now, you might be thinking, well, that's impossible, that's crazy, why isn't everybody doing it, and this and that, so on and so forth. Well, someone is doing it, and that someone is the United States government themselves, okay? So let me explain to you exactly what's going on. Let me enlighten you. A lot of people, they believe in conspiracy theories and this and that. I don't really like those types of things, okay? Because I'm a factual-based person. I have a lot of reasoning that I apply to a lot of different subjects. But the reason why I bring that up, these conspiracies and things like that, because people are looking at pies in the sky or triangles on a dollar bill, but they're not looking at the things that are actually there. So what is actually there? Well, a penny's made out of copper, and let's take a look at a penny. I filed it down. I filed down a couple of pennies for you. Take a look. That's copper. Now I filed down another penny. That's not copper. That's zinc. Okay? So if you take a look at this table here, you're going to find some zinc ones, some copper ones. What happened? Well, you know, United States government, the mint, they're not dummies. They knew that copper is scrapping for more than the worth of the penny itself, and they took the penny off of copper, put it onto zinc, and plated it, covered it up. Okay, covered it up so the John Q. public wouldn't be scared that the money's deflating or this or that or the second or the third. All right, so now you're understanding the nature of things. Why I'm revealing this to you is because this is a real cover-up in the sense that a penny is covered up. Now, if you wanted to go about this penny scrapping business, you'd have to get pennies that were older than 1982, because 1982 is when they converted to zinc and started putting up the covers of copper plating. All right, so this is me revealing to you the nature of metals. That's the whole point. All right, so one other thing you want to be considerate of: a copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. A zinc penny weighs 2.3. They're lighter, all right? So if you want to check your currency and you want to check your pennies without defacing the currency themselves, you could put them on a scale and see the difference between zinc and copper. Zinc is a metal that's readily available. It's in the Earth's crust. There's tons of it. It's almost free. That's why they put it into the penny, because the penny value is going to keep dropping and dropping and dropping, and to the point that even zinc is going to be too expensive, and then there's not going to be a penny anymore. All right, so you have all these factors. This has to do with the value of gold. It has to do with deflation of money. There's a certain pace and speed that happens on, okay? There's a lot to understand in metals, their weights, their volumes, their values, how they relate to paper currency, and so on and so forth. The purpose of this information is for individual to understand the nature of things. I understand. I like to do the math. I like to do the research. I like to have the understandings so I can have success in my life, all right? That's why I'm doing these things, okay? I'm sharing you my understandings, my calculations, so the people that watch my page and the people that are involving themselves with me can share in that success. It's not the world following me. It's a nice little following. Right as of now, it's about 680,000 people or so, okay? And they're going to be able to watch and learn. The people that are watching and learning, they might learn a couple of things or two that is going to be worthwhile. So, finalizing what I'm trying to say. What's worth more? A kilogram is worth more than a penny, but the knowledge of how currency works, the scrap prices, and what could be done there could be worth way more than a kilogram of gold. And that, to me, is worth more. So that's why that particular penny I held up is worth more than a kilogram of gold. Now, my recommendation, this is a business. We have a business. I recommend everybody has a little bit of gold. And if you like to shine, if you like to have jewelry, if you're into that type of thing, we got a website, TraxNYC.com. Very nice to be able to own a chain. I'm teaching you guys how the value of a chain works, what the scrap price is, and what's going to be happening. My personal belief is that the future is going to be very, very much tied into gold, because there's a lot of numbers, a lot of things flying around right now, and the value of gold could have a nice increase to the point to what end? That you're going to be a millionaire? No. To the point that if you buy a chain on TraxNYC.com or what have you, now it'll be free, okay? Just like this copper penny is worth more than 1 cent, okay? Your chain will be worth more than what you paid for it in the denominations that you're currently possessing in dollars, all right? It's a game of exchange, and the proof to that game is not what I say. Go take your pennies from before 1982. And the ones after, go weigh them, see what's zinc, see what's this, see what's scrapping. Go grab your calculator and check my math. And that's it. So that's me explaining to you exactly what's going on. All right, I'm using my monitor as reference. If you're the type of guy that's writing a comment, you're looking at the monitor, that doesn't fucking matter, okay? What matters is the information that I'm trying to communicate to you and what type of person there is. Because I'm looking at the comments, I'm seeing the hater, the moron, the ignorant person, and then the enlightened individuals. And I'd rather much more that even the morons and the haters would be more enlightened, okay? So that's the purpose of me giving you this particular piece of information. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.